It's over. What's going on, guys? Today, we're going to be talking about my Tinder swiping and my Tinder matches in a third world country, or I guess a second world country. And it's basically completely over. Let's just be honest here. Let's get the cat out of the bag. Oh, shocker. It's over. But no, I mean, I thought I would have a chance. I thought I would have some semblance of a chance if I like geomax my Tinder. Potentially I could get some matches or something, and in a foreign country with no or not good economic prosperity, and then we would be super back. But that's obviously a cope. That's obviously not going to happen. So I'm going to get into the results. And yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, the past 2 days, I just have been insanely suey fueled. And let me explain that really quick before I get into the story and the results of the Tinder swiping and where I'm at. But basically, it's like, I completely understand why NEETs live the lifestyle they live. I completely understand why many guys choose to opt out of dating altogether, as opposed to like me, where I'm actually trying, because it's just incredibly painful. It's incredibly demoralizing, and it's just mental turmoil to have to deal with this, to get your hopes up, get excited when you get a match, only to be completely mortified same day, next day, when she unmatches because it was an accident, or she never responds to your message because she's getting hit up by 100 other guys, or maybe you do get a response potentially. And again, this is like a third world country. I'm not talking about my country. In the West, I get 0 matches. So let's just let's just put that right there. And I'm paying full price for this garbage. I'm paying for this experience. I'm paying for this suey fuel. It's basically like, what's it called, where you like taking pain, whatever that is, like a sadist or whatever. That's basically what I am, clearly, because I'm paying for this terrible garbage experience. I paid almost $200 for Tinder Premium. There's like multiple tiers of Tinder. I got the highest tier for 6 months, and it was almost $200. It was like maybe $170. And I'm still basically getting no matches. So the first day, they obviously, with the algorithm, they're like, oh, a new purchase. Let's boost him to the top of the stack. And so I did get some matches. But the past like 2 or 3 days, well, actually I got one match that I never was able to message. I think Tinder glitched out. And so they were like, oh, you have to verify your profile, bro. You're not a real verified profile. And so I saw the match up at the top shelf. And then I tried to message it, and it was like, no, bro, you have to verify with a photo selfie duck face, bro. And so I did that. And then after I did that, the match disappeared. So if we don't count that, the past like 2 or 3 days, I got 0 matches. And again, I'm paying like full price for premium. And on top of that, I paid for a professional photo shoot a few months ago for photos. That was like $200-300 for a professional photo shoot. And I've talked about that a little bit in a very old video at this point. But yeah, so I have a professional photo shoot, and I'm paying for the premium to like actually have the algorithm work for me. But yeah, I'm still not getting really any matches. And like I said, I understand why guys opt out, because it's just, it's too difficult to really face this, to be honest. And it's just so much easier to avoid the ups and downs and just the mental turmoil that you have to go through to navigate like the dating landscape. It's torture. It's terrible. I hate it. And you put so much effort into messaging these girls back and trying to figure out how to send a response and putting it into, well, I put it into like Google Translate because they're in a different country, but trying to find like a stupid pickup line that works and get the right response, putting things into like ChatGPT to like get the right riz, and like, I don't know, man, it's just so much work, to be honest. It's so much work. And not only do I not get anything of benefit from this experience, like at all in any shape or form, like I get literally nothing from this. It's almost like I get a negative return, right? I get a negative return on my investment. Like I'm losing doing this. I'm wasting my time. I'm wasting my brain power having to come up and concoct all these responses. And then I'm just getting shut down. I'm getting ghosted. I'm getting unmatched. And then on top of that, all the time that I'm having to spend swiping on these girls that don't even match with me anymore. And so, like I said, I really completely understand NEETs and men that have opted out entirely from this BS, because it's absolutely atrocious. And like the worst part of it all is that like I have good stats. I'm a tall guy and I have pale skin and I'm not deformed. So I can't even imagine just how unbearably brutal it would be for someone with worse stats if I can't even get anything. Not only can I not, quite literally, I cannot get anything in my country, in my city at all, except for like a land whale that's like 350 pounds. Which, I mean, let's be real. That's still, you still have to implement everything else. Even if you match with them, it's still not like, okay, now y'all are dating. You still have to like do the Riz. You have to be Wizard of Oz, even for like the fat girls. So it's absolutely insane. But yeah, I can't even imagine just how it really never began for people with even worse stats. Yeah, because look, I'm in like basically a third world country and I can barely get any matches. I got maybe like 10 matches or something after I purchased for like $200. I purchased this garbage premium thing. And so that's where we're at. So I got these matches, and then basically I messaged them some stupid TikTok pickup line that I found, and I got a decent number of responses. So I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like every time that I've tried this out, which I've tried it out so many times at this point, I really feel like that message had a very high response rate, initial response rate. And so like, I think that's really good. And like when I've done this in other countries, and when I've done this like in America and all that stuff and on different apps and all that, I don't think I've ever gotten like a response rate this high. So I really think that the Riz line actually got some of these girls to respond. And then, yeah, I mean, inevitably though, after like one message or two messages or whatever, they just ghost me anyway. So it's kind of inevitable. But yeah, I got like 10 matches, 12 matches, and I messaged them all. And this is like a few days ago. And yeah, I mean, it's just over, bro. It's just like literally every girl is just not responding. And I spent hundreds of dollars, put all this work in, all this time to swipe, and I can't even like get a conversation with a girl. I can't even like get a crumb. I can't even get like a semblance of a chance. It's pretty outrageous. It's pretty unbearable. So yeah, it was just so much suey fuel. And so I have a few stragglers that still responded, but like barely responded. Like, you know, like a girl like responds like the next day or something like that, with like one reply a day kind of thing. So I still have like out of like the 12 or so, something like that, I have maybe like 3 that are still responding after like two or 3 days. But yeah, one of them is not, I'm pretty sure one of them's just gonna fall off. She doesn't seem interested. And she's like pansexual. I don't even know what that is. What is she like, turned on by like kitchenware or something? And then the other 2, one of them, quite literally, one of them is literally like, I don't know. I mean, she's like, I wouldn't say she's deformed, but she's damn near deformed. And it's like, that's just, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, that's just not my looks match. So it's like, at this point, the only option I have, which actually on my previous live, one of my callers actually mentioned this. He's like, "Yeah, bro, I can get girls if I dumpster dive, bro. I can get girls if I dumpster dive." And it's like, damn, son, like, ugh, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Like she was kind of deformed, which is why she's responding to me. She's literally like the only girl that's actually truly responding to me. Like, you know, asking questions, sending multiple texts, like IOIs via text, things like that. Like, she's really the only one that actually seems like she has any semblance of interest. But like, yeah, I mean, oh, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm still responding to her. Okay. So it's not like I'm just throwing her away, but it's kind of brutal to have to essentially come to terms with lowering my standards over and over and over and over and over again. Pretty soon I will probably end up dating land whales because I quite literally can't get anything else. And I mean, I don't know, we'll get there when we get there, but yeah, I'm just slowly over time lowering my standards, and it's just super brutal. Ah, man, it's so over. But I don't know. I'm trying to be realistic with my SMB. But apparently it's not realistic. And I don't know. That's the other thing. Zoomer Trader in one of his recent live, some of the guys I can't remember if he said it or can't remember, but basically they said that, like, you know, these girls in these foreign countries, in these Geomax countries, like, they have the internet, bro. Like, they know what GigaChat Thundercock looks like in America. And, you know, guess what? It's not you. So they know that you're low tier beta cuck male provider cringe lord trying to, you know, glow up by coming to a foreign country. They know that. They have the internet. And so, like, they're not even matching either, you know what I mean? And they can probably get a guy in their country that does perfectly fine financially anyway. So, like, the money max thing, I think, doesn't even work for a lot of them. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at like a second world country right now. So the financial situation is bad, but it's not like, I'm not like in the Philippines or whatever. So it's not like that bad comparatively. But, yeah, so they have the internet and they can see what Chad with the, you know, perfect jawline and hair and all that, and, you know, they can see what he looks like. He doesn't look like you. He doesn't look like me. And, you know, she can probably get that. She can genuinely probably get that. Because, I mean, yeah, these women, they hold all the power, truly. In the dating landscape, they hold 100% of the power. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but basically, you know, the current plan to ascend is, what am I doing? Oh yeah, money max, lean max, geo max. So I'm not doing hard looks maxing. Everyone keeps asking me about surgery. It's like, no, I'm not really into that. I'm really not. I think I should be able to ascend without that, but it sounds like I might have to like go harpooning for a land whale if I want any semblance of a chance to actually, like, you know, procreate, which is pretty ridiculous. But yeah, so just like money maxing, lean maxing, and then pretty soon I'm going to be geo maxing. But it's kind of disheartening and demoralizing to basically have no girl that wants to match with me in the country I'm trying to geo max to. So I don't know. I think possibly Tinder potentially might not be the number one app in that country. So, you know, potentially, which this is Gigacope. I'm sure this is Gigacope, but I don't know. Maybe I could get another app. I have to look at the top apps in that country or something and download those, and because it is varied by country. I noticed. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the third girl, I forgot to mention, she's probably just like a scammer. I don't think it's actually like a real girl that's actually interested in me. I think she's just like a scam girl. So yeah, I basically have one girl that she's just gonna drop off probably tomorrow, to be honest with you. And then the other one, she's probably like a scam. She's like a scam artist or something like that. But look, I'm still gonna respond. I don't care. and then the other one is like a deformed girl. So that's kind of what we're working with. Yep. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I guess if you have any interesting match stories, put them below.